The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Liking 18.
Here's a dive up the middle. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the ready.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get up. Cowboy.
Throwing now, Milrow. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Milrow throwing on 3rd down. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Let's go now. Ready.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Ready.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
60. Go.
From the gun, Milrow. Pressure coming, and he's taken down. The Browns got him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Come on. Come on.
3rd and long. Here's Milrow. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away.
Sets up a 1st down and goal. Sets up 1st down and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now the punt return nearly didn't. The offense get a chance to find the end zone here themselves. It's 1st and goal.
Back. Check.
Throwing here, Milrow. Has it down close. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up.
Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-0. Dixon to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
What? Yeah. Really with I should probably sound a head, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drill.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq. Bronco 80. Cowboy 80.
They'll go play action for Sanders. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Trap 50, trap 50. Let go.
Back to the air here on 2nd. Sanders. That's caught. Here's Quinshon Judkins. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Quinshon Judkins. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Okay, ready?
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. 70 Lions. Check smash. 18, Pioneer.
From the gun, Judkins. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? I'll put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
Ready?
Quick to the left, it's caught. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Ready?
Play action, Sanders. That one's complete, right side. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk. 60 Eagles, 60. Ready?
Here's Judkins on 1st down. They're working a couple yards past the line. Byron Murphy there to make the play.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
8. Okay, break.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
19 down. Viking 18. Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. He gets this to Harold Fannin Jr., complete. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty.
On the set.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Judkins is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns tie it up late in the 1st. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The 2nd drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. And here is Schmidt to send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, right?
Toss to the right side. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes second and 11.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. 7-6 is our score. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this.
On the jump.
About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They have second down behind the sticks. Gets him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Here's the one back on the handoff. He swarms in the middle, and this gets maybe a yard. And it's Carson Schlesinger who got over there for the stop.
Brings up second and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
They give it to him again. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out first and 10.
Come on, come on. Ready.
It's Jenkins on the counter. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
It's a gain of 12. Brings up third down and
2. Third and just 2 to go.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 70 Lion, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready, right?
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Oh, he put everything he had into that. This is brought in at the 15.
elementary school. Find the fastest kid, let him run.
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns grow their lead to 8. And here is Schmidt to send this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Let's go now.
Now it's Milrow. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Seahawks.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, Milrow. Roots brings this one in. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. He gets 6 on that play, and that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Cooking like this.
A give now from the gun. Down a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
You really do love those 5-yard gains on 1st down. You know what it kind of feels like? It kind of feels like making pars on the golf course on the par 3s. And now, on the par 5s, you can go let it rip.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Hot 70, hot 70. Ready?
Shotgun now for Milrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. So here he is, getting his 2nd field goal look of the half. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good, wide left. And they continue to trail by 8.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
70 Lions, Viking 18.
Here's Shevkins to begin the drive. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belt. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30.
Tag. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Looking out of the gun, Sanders. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Wow, what a play. Makes the pick and did some major damage with that return. And in the end, it's the quarterback himself who had to make the tackle and prevent a possible score.
Not a lot of tackling drills for quarterbacks. You don't like to do those, but that's desperation time. You know if you make that critical mistake, well, you've got to do your job as a quarterback and at least secure that tackle. Heck of a return, but the QB keeps it from a touchdown.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
This is caught inside the 15. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks earn the chance to tie before halftime. Myers to add the PAT. And he hits the extra points. A little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Ready, set.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Light, 18 Cardinal, 18.
To the air on 1st down. Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. And let that pass rush get home.
Rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Michael Dixon making off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Browns Nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Ready?
Throwing now off the play action. He's throwing deep to the left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Love. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
Blown back, it's the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Hey, Kate, you ever run into a brick wall? No, me neither. I think we just watched it.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Milrow. Dumped off to his running back. And these drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he stopped for loss of yardage. Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
Panther 11, 19 Charger.
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
Ready?
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Horton down the field, and he's got it. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He'll throw it. Be the 1st and more. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. So 21 yards and the 1st. What a call to go for it there on 4.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
The play clock down to just 2 seconds, but we get a timeout call. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. From the gun, Milrow. Into a crowd, intercepted! That's the rookie from Auburn! And the Browns tap it as he records the 1st interception of his young career.
16-yard line.
There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown. It's check.
Has room down the left sideline. Has some room to work. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Oh, baby. He got loose, and after a few steps, there was nothing they could do to stop him. That, Brock, is the definition of a home run play.
You know, and when you go to draft, sign, or trade for a skill guy, you want him to have that kind of threat, that kind of breakaway speed. You don't always have to be a 4-3 guy on the track. You just have to be a guy that once you get in that open field, there is nobody, and I mean nobody in the building that was going to catch him.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay,
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
come on. Hey.
Back to work after throwing the pin. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up second down.
Ready?
Milrow from the gun. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Milrow throwing on third down. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30.
Ready.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go. Ready.
Shotgun handoff here for Jenkins. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Browns first down.
Hey, I so love that every single week we get to see that stat, yards after contact. But I'll tell you what, I wish we could go back and see what the great Jim Brown, Walter Payton, and those boys did, because he just put on an effort they'd be proud of.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Go! Warriors, 7 Viking, 18. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
On first down, here's Sanders. Short pass brought in. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns lead by 14. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Here is Schmidt to send this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this first and 10.
Ready. 6. Ready.
Throwing here, Milrow. The throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Hand off on second and short. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Now a give. It's Brown headed right. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4. They'll run again with Brown. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the first. After the play, here comes the training staff checking on an injured player. And that is receiver Jackson Smith and Jigba. coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Connection made to Shaheed. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. First time this game they've looked. To him. So 2nd down coming up. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
53-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
Well, with 2 misses on his ledger already, maybe a surprise. They let him try one from this distance. What a way to respond. What a way to move past those misses. Hits an absolute bomb for his first field goal of the game.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Ready. Cougar Knight, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Trap 50, trap 50. Ready.
Here's Sanders now. Finds a man outside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Okay, ready.
2nd and 3 now.
Go. Bronco 80.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Browns with possession and a fairly comfortable lead as we look ahead to the 4th quarter.
On the ready.
2nd and 3 now.
Lightning 18. Ready.
Give, here's Judkins. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Get it. 70, go.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. He's going to bring this down to their 35. They get 23 on that one. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To to not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Dragon 60.
Sanders going to throw here on first. Escapes the pocket. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19.
Judkins running between the tackles. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Browns first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Sanders back to throw. A little screen pass for Judkins. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Let's call the quarterback's best friend, Kate. Games like that on the screen aren't possible without everyone doing their job. One missed assignment is the difference between a big gain and being dropped for a loss.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Steady.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Got it. Ready?
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. 19. Let's go. Five, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Sanders going to throw. One's complete, right side. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Come on, set, ready.
Running the draw here with Judkins. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal.
Ready. 60 Eagles, go.
Sanders setting the pass. Escapes out to the left. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one and brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throwaway.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
70 Timberwolf.
3rd and long for him here. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks have some new life in the 4th. All right, working from the gun to Stocks. 1st and 10. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
At the 21-yard line.
From the gun, Darnold. Looking to his fullback now. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
It's crunch time now, baby. 2-score game, just 2 timeouts, plus, of course, that 2-minute warning. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Seahawks down by 12. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing here, Darnold. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground.
I think if you look up in phase in defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
To throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Darnold coming back after the pick. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They're drawing up for it.
Let's go.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd.
60 Bison. Ready, ready?
He's drawing up for it. So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home.